welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to show you a quick and fun recipe for Amish friendship bread. Not sure if you've heard of it before, and a lot of you may have, but I have the recipe right here. It's very simple, very quick, and this recipe, if you've never heard of it, I'm going to link the recipe down below and what it's about. But basically, this batter that I'm about to make, or about to show you, it multiplies, and you can share it with friends and family, and the batter just keeps multiplying, and you share it with whoever you want to share it with. It's a 10-day process. You make the batter the first day, and then there's a 10-day process to this batter. You add more of the ingredients halfway, and then you kind of mix the ingredients until baking day. I'll link more of the information in the description box. You can decide if you want to make it or not. It makes 2 loaves, each cup of batter. So it depends on how much you want to keep and how much you want to share. Like I said, it's really fun, and I haven't actually done this in a while, but the last time I did it, the bread was really, really good. And you can add whatever you want when it's baking day. You can add, any kind of nuts or fruit. Some people like to add cranberry, like dried cranberries, or even chocolate chips, or whatever you like in your bread. But it's really good. So I'm going to show you really quick how to do that. So first, the ingredients you're going to need is milk. Today I'm using almond milk. And you need yeast, you need sugar, and flour. And that's basically it. Yep, yeast, warm water for the yeast, and flour, sugar, and milk. And that's it. So simple. So I like to put my ingredients in a Ziploc bag because it's easier. You can put it in a bowl, but I like to put it in a bag. So I use the 1 gallon bag. And like I said, it's so simple. While getting this ready, I'm going to get my yeast ready. So let me just move this for a quick second. I'm going to take, it asks for a pack of yeast, but I just have a container, and I think it says 1/4 of a teaspoon, I believe. 2 1/4 of a teaspoon of this yeast. So teaspoon, I'm going to need 1, 2, 1/4. Okay, that equals a packet. Put that aside, and then you add to that a 1/4 cup of warm water. So I already warmed up some water here. And we're going to let that set for 10 minutes. We just give it a stir. Make sure it's all incorporated. So I'll give this 10 minutes. Set that aside. So while that is set aside for 10 minutes, I'm going to get the rest of the ingredients ready. I'm going to take the Ziploc bag, add a cup of each of flour, sugar, and milk. Just dump it. 1 cup of flour. One cup of sugar. That out of the way. And 1 cup of milk. Okay, before I add the milk, I'm just going to mix this up together. Like it all combined. This is why I feel like it's easier putting it in a Ziploc bag. You could just mix it all up in here easy. See, it's already combined. And then I'm going to add a cup of milk. Like I said, today I'm using almond milk, but regular milk, any kind of milk you have will do. that in. Let the air out. And you just mash everything to mix it all together. You will end up, last time I did this, I ended up with, because you end up keeping a cup of batter, but then you add, on baking day, you add more to that cup. You add more milk, you add more sugar, more flour. And I think you separate a cup in each, you know, in Ziploc bags like this. And that's what you give away. I ended up with 1 cup for myself, and I believe 4 more cups that I gave away. So it can make a lot. And then whoever you give it to adds more ingredients to the bag, and they separate it to 4 or 5 cups. They either keep what they want and then give away to their friends or family. It's a really cool concept. I like it. You can keep going as long as you want. So everything seems all mixed together. There's no lumps. You have to keep in mind to always let the air out. And I usually give directions when I give the batter away to somebody. I'll show the process in this video. I think it's fun. I like it. My yeast is almost ready. So I'm going to come back in maybe about another 5 minutes and add the yeast. Okay, it's been 10 minutes and now I'm going to add the yeast to the bag. It's all bubbly like it needs to be. And again, let the air out, close it, and mix that all in there. I believe there are some recipes that don't require yeast, but I've always used this one, and I love the way the bread comes out. So that's it. That's how quick and easy that was. So now what I'm going to do is literally just leave this bag here on the counter. Like I said, make sure the Ziploc bag is sealed, it's closed. And if I confused you at all with the directions, I'll leave the link in the description box so you can read it, and I will also put the 10-day process in the description box as well. So that's about it. Very little cleanup, very little ingredients. I'm going to show the process of every day, and at the end of the 10 days we'll have some bread. Today is day 4. Grab it. Just squish, squish, squish. And that's it. Just put it back down. Okay, today is day 6, and after mashing everything, day 6, you add 1 cup of milk, sugar, and flour. I'm going to go ahead and pour the milk. Again, I'm using almond milk. Add it right in. Okay, I like to mix everything as I go. So the milk's in, mix it up. Okay, which I should have done that last. Sugar. I'm going to rinse and dry this first. Add a cup of sugar. Pour that in. And Make sure all the air is out and then mix that together. It like doubles the batch. But even when you go through day 2 through, like I said, today's 6, when you go through 2 through 6, it feels like the batter thickens while it's sitting there every day. It thickens. Gets all mixed in. Okay, the last thing, I put the sugar back. Then put a cup of flour. Dump that in. Again, make sure the air's out. And make sure it's closed. Oh geez. And then mix all that up. I like to put it down and then just mash it on the cutting board just to make sure all the little clumps are broken up and mixed in there. And see, as we're doing that, you can tell, look, there's air that's being put in there. When you're done mixing, just let that air out. I'm going to let the air out one more time. Mix it up. And then just set it on the counter. Day 10, it's baking day. Along with your starter, you're going to need 3 eggs, oil, milk, sugar, vanilla, cinnamon, baking powder, salt, baking soda, which is not shown in the video because I forgot to record, flour, vanilla pudding, and anything else that you'd like to add in there. I also use gallon Ziploc bags. First things first, you take your starter and carefully add it into the bowl, which I'm going to do right here. Just be careful not to make a mess. Then to the batter, I add 1 cup of flour, 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of milk. Mix everything together. This is going to be the batter that you're going to separate into 1 gallon Ziploc bags. I take my gallon Ziploc bags and measure out 1 cup. You're supposed to be left with 1 cup to bake with, but my batter seemed to have more than that, which that happened the last time. So I just ended up measuring out 4 cups in the Ziploc bags and kept 1 cup inside the bowl. So altogether I had 4 bags to give away and 1 cup of starter in my bowl. Just set that aside and do the same thing with the other Ziploc bags.
Make sure all the air is out of the bags before you close it. Just set it on the counter. This is where I decided to do one more, because there was definitely more than 1 cup in the bowl. And here are all 4 Ziploc bags filled with 1 cup starter. Okay, I'm going to set those aside. That's my 1 cup that's left. So to that, you add 3 eggs. Mix it all together. I like to mix as I go. Then you add 1 cup of oil. Actually it's a half a cup of milk. One cup of sugar, 2 cups of flour, half a teaspoon of vanilla, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, half a teaspoon of salt, 1.5 teaspoon of baking powder, and the vanilla pudding. Mix it all together. I also added half a teaspoon of baking soda, but I forgot to film that one. So make sure everything is mixed together. Push that aside. I sprayed 2 bread pans. Then I just pour the batter evenly between the 2 pans. Make sure and scrape the bowl. Give them a little shake and then put them in the oven to bake.
And now we wait 1 hour at, I believe, 325. So that's how long it's going to take. So I'll show you the end result when it's done. And by the way, here is another look of the bags that I had separated. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 4 bags now. And I will put directions on them on what to do for the next 10 days and then pass them out to a few friends and family. I'm going to keep 1 for myself and pass 3 on to friends and family so they can make the bread too.
And this is the finished product. Baked for an hour. I let it cool. It looks nice and golden brown. I cannot wait to cut it. So they come out of the loaf pans very easy. I'm just going to cut it down the middle so you can see the center. So nice. Very, very soft. Time to taste. Ugh, I love this bread. As you can see, it's really soft. I would definitely be making this again. But this is the end of my video. I hope everyone enjoyed it. And let me know if you decide to make it. See you guys in the next video. Bye guys!